Hello. It is a Thursday once again. And here I am. Hi, how's it going? My brain is blank. There are no thoughts up here. Yeah. This week feels like it went by so fast. Like, how is it already Thursday? That feels so wrong. I'm like, what am I doing here? How is it Thursday already? It doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. But yeah, hello. I hope everyone has had a good week. And this track is too sad. Skipping it. Getting more high energy. Getting ready to play a video game. Let's go. But yeah, hope your week has been good. And yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I last streamed Ace Attorney. Because 2 weeks ago was Halloween, and I did not stream the week of Halloween. And last week, I had some kind of flu. I was sick all week, and I did not have the energy to do an Ace Attorney stream, because these streams involve me, like I have to read out loud for 2 hours straight, basically, and that takes a lot of energy, you know, on top of, like, you know, playing the game and processing all of the wild information it throws at me, and, you know, the base energy required for streaming. I have to, like, pay attention to my OBS window, make sure everything looks okay. I have to pay attention to chat in case anyone shows up and wants to chat. So, you know, it does take a lot of energy for me to do one of these Ace Attorney streams. So I decided I still wanted to stream last week, so I decided to stream something more low energy. And why does I have like the whole Ace Attorney trilogy soundtrack on shuffle, and it's just given me the sad ones. Is it the trilogy, or just, I think it's just, yeah, it's just the first game actually. The first game soundtrack that I have here. Keeps giving me the sad ones. Come on. This is nice. I like this one. Yeah, so last week I did not play Ace Attorney because I was sick and I did not have the energy for this game. So instead, last week I played Morrowind. So if you want to see me, my first impressions of Morrowind, because I had not played that game before. I streamed my first impressions of that game last week. And I will say, my first impression of it was, wow, they're throwing too much information at me, this sucks, and I walk too slowly, and it's frustrating. But I've, you know, off stream, I've played a bunch more, and I've gotten way more into it now. I'm enjoying it way more now. Now I've kind of gotten into the swing of it, and also used console commands to make my character faster. But yeah, I've gotten way more into it now, and I've played a whole bunch of it off stream, so that was fun. Yeah, it was not off to a great start last week, but I got into it. It took some warming up, took some tweaking, but I am pleased to report that I am now greatly enjoying Morrowind, and just playing it too much and staying up too late playing it. Morrowind is not helping me with my sleep schedule. It's quite the opposite. But yeah, it's about time we get back to Ace Attorney, because it's been 2 weeks since I last streamed it. And it's crazy that I've been streaming so consistently that a 2-week gap is actually significant. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm gonna turn this music off, and we can get right into the video game. I don't need to sit here and ramble anymore. But yeah, no, I like, it is kind of crazy that like for a long time I was streaming like maybe once a month, and of course I went 6 months without streaming that one time. And now I finally got into like a weekly schedule. I've only missed 1 week in like what, more than a month now? And yeah, like I didn't even skip streaming last week. I just streamed something different. um yeah, it's cool. I'm happy that I've managed to get myself into a schedule. I am probably gonna have to skip a couple weeks coming up. We're getting into like, of course, obviously, like next month I'm gonna be doing some Christmas stuff with my family. So next month, though I might only skip the 1 week, but this month is my birthday month, and I'm gonna be visiting my parents for my birthday. So in a couple weeks, I am going to be taking some Thursdays off streaming, but we'll get there when we get there. Next week I should still be streaming. Maybe. I don't really have solid plans for next week. But we'll figure it out. I'm booting up the game. We're gonna play this game. We're gonna stream this game today. I'm gonna take a sip of this drink here. I went to the grocery store and got myself some fun little bottled beverages. Also, hang on, let me get into my uniform. my Ace Attorney stream uniform. Yes. So let's do this. I just looked back on my last VOD to see where we left off, last Ace Attorney VOD. We were still in this damn trial. This trial really feels like it's been dragging on, but you know, we gotta find out what the heck's going on, so let's find out what the heck's going on. We gotta get some more testimony out of this guy, our good friend Mr. Butts. Hang on, I'm gonna move my mic closer to me because I tend to lean back a little bit when I play this. So moving my mic a little closer to compensate. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what the heck Larry was up to on the night of the murder. Try to figure out how the timeline lines up, because things were not lining up. So here we go. Oh, now I yawn. My body is like, oh, you're gonna talk? You have to talk now? Gotta make sure we get some oxygen. Okay. I'm a donym. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. Sorry, are we still talking about when the bridge was on fire? Are we still talking about the... okay. Shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. And before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up. He being our good friend Phoenix Wright, of course. I suppose artists can be strange folk. That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. We love being strange here. But, you know, maybe not trying to draw while a bridge is on fire right in front of you. Sorry, I keep adjusting where my mic is positioned, because I'm like, oh, I should move it closer to me because I'll probably be leaning back. But also I feel like I might be a bit loud, so maybe maybe my mic should be farther from me actually. Like looking at my little OBS bar turning yellow. It's like, it's not a bad thing to hit the yellows. I think like the yellows are fine, but you know, if I'm speaking fairly like quietly and it's consistently hitting yellow, then that might be a bit loud. Anyway, including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts? No! Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So, why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. You'll regret this, Edgy. Okay. And it's time to cross-examine.
Hold it!
Tell us, Larry. My name is Larice. Get it right. Mistakes like that are what keep you from being popular with the ladies like I am. Larry, how many times do I tell? Look, even the judge can tell. Who exactly are you? I'm Larice Donim, apprentice extraordinaire. That's what he calls himself in any case. Then you are an artist? Of course, I'm an artist, the real thing. Yet again, that's what he calls himself. Names mean nothing. That's interesting coming from you. Very interesting coming from you, Ms. Von Karma. There is only one issue I care to discuss. What were you doing? That is a very big issue indeed. Sketching in front of the bridge. Sketching? The burning bridge? The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What? Came with it? What? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? Why would you phrase it like that? You'll regret this. This sketch of mine is... enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. That doesn't indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Me? What should I do? I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I don't know. Got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. I don't know, I think maybe we should I mean, I guess maybe we could like leave it alone for now and come back to it later, but I don't really see much point in that. Oh, look at the sketch. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please? Well, even I couldn't have imagined it'd turn out like this. Imagined what? Laurie Stonem's debut would take place here, today, like this. Show it, now. Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Laurie Stonem. Huh? Huh? I mean that's some like gorgeous art there. What? Ah. Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma. That's quite a large bridge. Okay, thanks, Judge. Thanks for your input. Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected. Isn't it? Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did. I'm gonna be real. I didn't expect him to actually have some art to pull out. Like, damn. You were telling the truth? You really did sit there and painted the burning bridge? But yes, I'm sure you did. The awkward silence. This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry. What? The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure? Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course. Iris. I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that? Dude, are you okay? Did you, like, inhale too much smoke? Were there, like, weird chemicals coming off that bridge? Larry, please, answer this next question honestly. Okay. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant lying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. I have no words for you, Larry. I don't even... What? That's why I drew it. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist. A real artist. Art. Oh. Okay, that was good. That was really good. Oh, okay. I need to take a drink. Are you high, boy? The girl, she's really high up in this picture. Oh, that was really good. Why? What was that for? This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory. Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly. Actually, there is some precedent for this. She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge, at least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring this witness back down to earth. What did me? This witness is your friend, is he not? Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, I love it. Back to the cross-examination, by force if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. It's like I've got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what did you think of my debut piece? Get that thing away from me! Larry's sketch added to the court record. Horrible sketch of what he saw. I mean, like, it's actually very, you know, visually, artistically, it's very good. But understandable to call it horrible with all of the context. Hurry up and cross-examine this fool. Sketching, roped in a frenzy. Let's do another save here. I'll leave that for last. I'm gonna keep going with just pressing the rest of the original statements. Well, now we still have now we have this picture, so anyway. Directly onto the page, and that is this sketch here. Yep, sensational, isn't it? Nor should that be scandalous. It put my mind at ease, anyway. It did? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What? That's right. The reason she didn't come to me, even though I waited for her, is because she was trapped on the other side of the bridge. Huh? Could it be that Iris undertook that dangerous, desperate flight in order to reach me? It looked like she was flying in the other direction, but okay. That's gotta be it. Alright, go me! Ouch. You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you? Oh well, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else. It's true, he's always been that way. the ADHD king. Guess he's not lying about that, at least. Phoenix Wright appeared on the scene after 11:15. If he was drawing until then, that dispels all doubts. Aside from doubts of his humanity, eh? There's a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. Testimony does nothing less than mock the court. But I'm sure there's a vital kernel of truth hidden in it somewhere. Alright, now it's time to press this. Just where did you see this sight from? Hey, no need to shout. I was lying in bed in that rundown shack. The crack of the lightning bolt made me realize that the bridge was burning. I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. How nice. Then, after about 5 minutes, I saw it. Defendant lying. That's right. That's when I decided to go to the bridge. I see. That all makes sense. Aside from the sketch itself. Yes, the sketch doesn't make any sense. I just need to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous. Okay, well, her white hood fluttering, but she didn't have her hood, did it? Did she? Her hood wasn't there, was it? Like, hey. Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. In your position, that's just being irresponsible. Ugh, my throat is a little rough, a little gunky. I had pizza before streaming. That was probably a bad idea. Got that greasy throat. Excuse me. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that it's the truth. A whole $1. Thanks, pal. If that is truly the case, then there is one thing that we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris. What? What do you mean? I don't understand. A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. Okay, buddy. It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench. Shocking. Ah, Larry, I'm so glad you're more of a fool than I am. Makes me feel better about myself. Anyway, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight? What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What? Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Uh-oh. Larry, please. Why you, Nick? You dog. I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited, and discarded straight into the garbage. Judge, you have no respect for art. Wow. What is it now, witness? Feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Huh? Edgy, today is the day I get to completely stupefy you. Larry, I really have no words for you today. Just completely speechless. What is the meaning of your outburst, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Uh-huh. Definitive evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge. And I, Maurice Donem, shall prove it. Okay. Didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. More testimony! Yay! I mentioned this last time I streamed this game. The court, like, testimony and cross-examination parts are not my favorite parts of these games. Like, they do get more interesting once you get later in the game and things start to come together, but, like, this phase, earlier in the game, when you're just, like, just trying to get information, just going through all this damn testimony. Anyway. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy. Because I'm going to feed you a whopping serving of pain. Why are you being so... Why are you like this? You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. Proof that Iris flew. Excuse me. When I reached Dusky Bridge, he was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led to me finding a beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. I remember that thing. I remember that. It was missing from this. Hello? We need that. How is this just coming up now? A beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. Yeah, no one else, I'm sure. A crystal sphere? This one, pretty, isn't it? Finders keepers. It has blood on it. Bro. And Larry, please. Sphere. Where did you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere? Looks about right. And it was half buried in the snow. It had pretty much stopped snowing by then. There was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward. Dude, don't you remember what your beloved mentor looked like? Don't you remember that, bro? There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood. You don't say. What? Blood? Oh, my throat is so rough today. It's terrible. So tragic. Excuse me. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Not Laurice? Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore. I read that weird. Whatever. I'm not doing a good job with my voice today. Yep. Didn't you want to be called Laurice Stonehem only a few minutes ago? Prove that Iris flew. He went to the burning bridge. That's right, to meet Iris. I'm losing the track here, bro. She actually flew to get to me. The least I could do was meet her halfway. But the defendant was not at the bridge when you got there, you say? I guess she went back to Hazakura Temple. She's a girl, after all. She must have wanted to look her best. Okay. It must be lovely to live in the fantasy land of Larry's mind. True. Actually, it's so depressing, I can't even work up the energy to point. So, what did you do next? So I frantically searched all over. So you searched all over for her. She was flying pretty high, you know. Thought maybe she slipped on her landing and got hurt. But hey, it was more than possible. Also, when I headed out to the shack the first time, I was snacking on a banana. Not the bananas on the steps, banana peels. I was pretty sure I threw the peel away somewhere around there, so, you know. Can one guy really be this stupid? So, did you find any signs of her so-called landing? I don't really remember. I kept on falling over myself and kind of lost it for a while there. You fell over yourself? Yeah, the snow was deep and there was even a banana peel out there. Yep, there's stupid and then there's Larry Butts. The short of it is that you didn't find any signs of her landing, correct? And what happened next? Beautiful crystal sphere. Half buried. It was sitting in the snow with a little gathered on top of it. It's very hard to spot, actually. I mean, it was dark out, too. I'm impressed. You did well to find it. No matter what you may think when you look at me, I'm a pro. A genius security guard. Security guard, bro, that was like, what, like 3 cases ago? I used a pen light I borrowed from my company to help in my search. It sparkled really brightly, as if it was saying, "Here I am," to me. Does indeed look very much like the crystal sphere on Iris's hood. But need I remind you that she was not wearing her hood that night? Each nun is assigned their own hood, and they are assigned only one. I don't know anything about that, okay? And Iris is special, alright, dude? Even if she did steal a spare hood, I'll forgive her. Oh, this is getting us nowhere. Destination for the day, it seems. All aboard the court to nowhere. Woo! I'm adjusting my position here. However, this crystal sphere was found near the bridge. That is a fact. It didn't come from a hood. Where could it have come from? Oh, don't worry, we're getting to that. That is the question I aim to answer. No one else could have lost a crystal sphere last night. Okay, I'm gonna press this first, but I do have something to present. Let me confirm this one last time, Larry. The reasons you thought that this was Iris. Hood, excuse me, I'm yawning. The hood and this crystal sphere, correct? That's right. My gut is never wrong. I feel like we have evidence to the contrary of that over the past 3 games, or at least 2 that Larry has been in, but anyway. I met that old bikini the next morning, and her crystal sphere was still there, safe and sound. Yeah, hers was there. Indeed. I was wearing it in this very room earlier today. This case isn't going to end without a fight. Exposing the obvious contradictions in this testimony will be easy. But I fear that all that awaits us are further mysteries. True. Anyway. No one else? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Larry, that night, there was someone. Someone who lost a crystal sphere. There was? Who was this stupid idiot? Bro. Ms. Elise Donim, the mentor to a stupid idiot. Wow, you're just saying that out loud. I pressed right bumper by mistake, but you're just saying that. You're just saying that out loud in court. You know, I was thinking between, since the last time I streamed this, I was thinking a little bit. We still don't know who Ms. Donim actually is. Because her name, very notably, is a pseudonym. Her name is literally a pun on the word pseudonym. It's a pen name. It's not her real name. So, yeah. Wonder if that's gonna lead anywhere. If her actual true identity is going to be significant. Anyway, that's just a little aside. Like, who is she? Who was she? Because she's dead now. The victim? I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere. Hey! That's my photograph! Give it back! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch. Yeah, just like it. Looks totally the same. They look nothing alike! In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff, found at the scene of the crime. Ah! The crystal sphere! It's gone! What? What? Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. That means that the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Donim? A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, it's literally a gorgeous illustration. It's not, it's more than a sketch, but anyway, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. You can't do that. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring. We have a murder victim with a staff that's missing a sphere that looks just like that, and that sphere has blood on it. What do you think? What you think this isn't connected to the murder? You honestly believe that? Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Donim was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all. You're not connecting the dots, girl. You're not connecting anything. Ms. Franziska von Karma, the only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. Why are you pointing at me? The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case? I feel like we're glossing over the blood also. Like, if there was blood on it, there's blood. That crystal sphere. It was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder. After the murder? There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? Thank you. This naturally suggests it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent. Well, I guess that's valid. Which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. Oh, now are you accusing Larry? What? You mean that I'm the killer? No way! All joking aside. Oh, she was just joking. Okay. It was a joke. Laugh. Just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe that this is related to the case. She makes a valid point. There is no evidence that Elise Donim left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Like, where is this even going, man? What does it mean if the crystal was dropped before the murder and it has blood on it, but it was before the murder? What does it mean? Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? What's your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere? It is not related to the case. This witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time. I don't know if we can really say that. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? Well, it had a bit of snow on it, right? And it had stopped snowing. There was no snow on the body. So I'm gonna say yes. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it. That's the only option. That's what he'd do. What he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do what? That look in your eyes remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. Oh, that should come as no surprise. But because right now I am Phoenix Wright and I am indeed cornered. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm going to save again here. All that dialogue we just got through. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. Well, I mean, you're showing me that very picture right there, which is actually what I was going to present. Wait, crime photo. Yep. Hey, you know that photo that you're showing right there? I'm actually going to show that very same photo. This crystal sphere. It was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing then, it would have been yeah, blah, blah, blah. If it hadn't stopped snowing then, it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing? On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. What does it mean? How? What happened? Order. On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? What? The sphere. There's some blood on it, isn't there? Did she trip and fall on a banana peel? What if she tripped and fell on a banana peel and got a nosebleed? And that would be funny. I don't think that's actually what happened, but it would be funny. Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard? What? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who is the fool, and which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. That's not exactly true now, is it? That's right, it was staged. To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. It's the same thing. No, it ain't. No, it isn't. You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding. You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Donim's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes. On foot, you say? Do we still have that in our court record? We sure do. Stares at the camera. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way? Nope. Made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. Just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. If the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Sure was the method by which the body was carried. This? On that snowy night, there is one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it could also have been used to carry a body. Yup. Order. This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. I mean, are we really sure about that? Like, she had the key, but maybe she could have given someone else the key. Like, I don't know. She's the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin? You're too late, Franziska von Karma. Now what? And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation. That's right. That's right. What? Where was the victim, Lise Donim, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it. That's me, the creature. This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. Don't say that. However, he could never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He would never do that. True. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. Okay, sure. The defense stands firm on this point. Edgy, thank you. That settles it then. Cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. Grrr. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner. Excuse me? There was one reason, and one alone, for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to right. Wow, you're really confident that he's going to be able to take it up from here, huh? Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. I wouldn't have had Francie whipping me out. Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel. Shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by. Ooh. What a shame. This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You are an affront to all the legal system stands for. Damn. Wow, you just killed him. I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you, right? Let the man rest in the hospital, bro. Like, what if you like stroll up to the hospital like, all right, Phoenix, it's your turn now. You're up, and Phoenix is right. Like, nah, dude, they're not releasing me for another few days. Or like, nah, they demanded me to stay on bed rest. Court is now adjourned. To be continued. I keep hitting the to be continued. It's like halfway through my stream. Like, it would be nice if I could just cut it off here, but I don't want to stream for just an hour and then be done. I would like to go for longer than that, so we continue. And hey, we finally made it to an investigation section, which is good for me because I was getting real tired of the court. Oh, not the hobby clinic. The pain never ends. Well, here's Phoenix. Still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. First case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. Horrifying truth that I refuse to accept, holding me hostage here within its pages. Talia Hawthorne is a freaking murderer. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, my head is on fire. I have COVID. I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. February 9th, 2:43 p.m. Dusky Bridge. Now we're Phoenix again. Well, I'm still going to be using... I'm going to keep using this little PNG tuber. I don't care. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Bro! Bro, go back to bed! Oh, our boy's got a cold again, just like at the beginning of the game. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shishishito did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. It is probably for the best. Oh, the smile. Oh. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is... our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you... I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Bye. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. What do you mean, get to work on this bridge? Oh, interesting. Rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. That's right. Maya is still stuck over at the inner temple. Yeah. Don't you worry, pal. Soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. Cough, cough, cough. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. And in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Woo! Okay. Examine. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Hmm. Which reminds me... If my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's all we have to say about that. But aw, Edgeworth came here to this earthquake-prone area. All the way here to help his friends. A narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. Looks like someone's taken the effort to write "To Heavenly Hall" on the signpost. Looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. I can't see the inner temple from here. I really hope Maya's okay. Nothing here. The phone. Hazakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line. And there aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini's the only one who uses this. I really wish I had brought my cell phone with me. I mean, would there even be service here? Like, come on. Now it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusky bridge. That kidnapping incident happened here 11 years ago, so maybe it's cursed too. The incident. Okay, I guess that's all for here. Let's go to Heavenly Hall. Looks like no one's here. Oh, loud bird time. Larry! Laurice! Was sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll try again later. Look at this graffiti scrawled right on the front of the shack. Oh, come on. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. Ugh, my voice keeps going. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. So true. That stuff is really ruining the beautiful atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini in a bikini. Ugh, gotta think of the kittens. Oh, come on. Come on, bro. Oh no, a fat woman who's over 40 years old. Ah. This is the famous Eagle River. I got to try it out. I got to try out its Rough Rapids. Rough Rapids the other night. They say it has a really strong current. And they weren't kidding. It's both powerful and fast-flowing. I was dead lucky. I mean, lucky not to be dead. Yeah, just casually standing next to the river that easily could have killed you. Just normal things. The snow is really piled up on the straw roof. It's otherworldly. It's something out of a fairy tale. Well, the roof part anyway. The sign says Heavenly Hall. Guess it's pretty fitting. If you spent a night in this little freezing shack, you'd probably find yourself at the pearly gates by morning. Hall that takes you to heaven, because it kills you. That's Dusky Bridge up there. It's amazing how clearly you can see it from so far away. Larry supposedly saw everything through the shack's window. Not much light gets down here, so it must be pitch black at night. But this area was probably illuminated that night because of the burning bridge above. True. Nothing else here, right? think so. Oh, the steps. These steps lead up to the foot of the foot of Dusky Bridge. Coming down is a cinch, but going back up doesn't look like a walk in the park. Starting to understand why rivers always want to flow downstream, not up. Finally starting to understand gravity. Wow, good job, Phoenix. To the main gate. Taking a sip of my drink. Come on, please, it's for art's sake, I swear. I wonder who that is. There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Enough! Fools fool, fools fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wise words. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. Your reflexes and mind need to shape up. My brain's flying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name? Oh. Brain's frying. Why did I read that as flying? I'm getting... My brain's frying. Like, damn. Francie, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? I don't think so. No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip. Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. Ouch. He's in his 20s, give him a break. By the way, I'm gonna be 28 in less than a week. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. He flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. Hi, Francisca. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Okay, let's examine. Go away, girl. We have to examine. This is one impressive gate. I'm back, hello. Compared to the grandeur of the main gate at the Von Karma estate, it's but a pet door. Yeah, okay, rich girl. Hey, rich kid. Looks really idyllic with all that snow on it, don't you think? All that snow. Don't make me laugh. This is but a light dusting where I come from. You get it, you're not American. Don't make things up just because you think I'll never get to see it for myself. I'll come to your house, girl. I'll meet. I mean, I was gonna say I'll meet your family, but well, we've already met your father. Anyway, and your brother, but anyway. You can see the main hall from here. I wonder how the head nun is holding up. Oh wow, is that an inkling of human kindness I sense? Ow! Do you enjoy causing other people pain with that sharp tongue of yours? It's nothing compared to the pain you cause with that leathery whip of yours. No. Okay, we've got the snowmobile and the bell. A quaint little bell tower. Never would have thought that something this horrible was about to happen. Iris rang the lights out bell that night. I'd love to know what that thing was used for on the night of the crime. Ha! Still thinking small, I see, Phoenix Wright. Or perhaps not at all. That's why you will never defeat me. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't recall ever losing to you. It's time for us to settle this once and for all with one final showdown. Looks like she mentally blocked out my victories over her from her memory. Okay, well, let's chat. Hey girl, tell me about yourself. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally. Oh joy, sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Poor kid missed out on a good chunk of her childhood. And for good reason. You know, her father was the legendary prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he is gone from this world. Like, what? Did he, like... Did he get put to death, or did he just die in prison? What happened to him? Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father. Nick's right. You will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Oh, I'm proud of you. You're being your own person now. At least trying to, a little bit. Yes, Crystal. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America. Oh, the explicit drop that we're in America. They never mention that. They never say America. They always say, oh, this country. This is the explicit confirmation that we're in America. I mean, I feel like it's been mentioned before, but it's such a rare occurrence. Like, whoa, we're in America. Whoa. Canonically, in the English localized version of this game, we are in America. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Oh, is this our first little brother drop? I feel like she hasn't called him little brother before. Maybe I'm forgetting something though. But like, oh my god, I love that. I love so much that she's so much younger than him and she calls him little brother. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Yeah, because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. She's crazy. She's so violent. She's so aggressive. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile. It's almost kind of cute. Ow! No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only. To pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know? What happened? I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Okay, do you have anything to present to our friend here? Well, I feel like... Hey. Interesting, this profile is new. An old friend, said to be #1 at the district attorney's office. Studies foreign judicial systems now. Hey, tell me about this guy. No? She doesn't have anything to say? Okay. What about yourself? No? He was to help you, Phoenix Wright. You have anything to say about Larry? No? No, you just have nothing to say about anything? Anything at all? This? No? Okay, nothing at all. Okay, I guess let's go to the main hall, because we haven't been there yet. Oh, is that like meditation? Like, Is that what we're... Is that... Oh, it was a sigh? That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Waha, waha, ha, 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 ha. You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it... There's an acolyte stuck at the inner temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing, too. Yeah, by the way, Pearl is still missing. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? Like, yeah, hello? There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. I can see Psyche locks with the tiny Magatama I've got. Only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under his hood. Okay. This altar looks a bit old, but someone does a good job taking care of it. They really do have something to do with spiritual power after all. I don't know if there's anything new here. If this is like the same kind of information we had from before. Missions. Only seen a layout like this when I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. Wow. Just thinking about how happy we were sitting here eating pot roast and gravy. Yup. Instructions for spirit channeling. I can't read these walls. Yeah, I feel like that's the same dialogue. Like, most of this dialogue was just the same as what we got earlier in the game. Okay, what about Iris? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any Psyche locks, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? Yup. Oh, excuse me, yawning again. I saw Iris flying, her white wood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. Inner temple. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. Iris claims she was in her room at Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya's stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I am so sorry. Drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. Training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Like, why are we bringing up earthquakes now? What's happening? Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next one levels the training hall. Well, that's bad. We've got to get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. Is there? That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or the forest. I see. So, a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. Interesting. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer and with no way of escape either. Oh dear, yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. And about Elise Donim, I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh? Do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Ms. Elise Donim. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. Girl, what is wrong with you? Ma'am? No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again. Sister Bikini. Aha. I noticed you always refer to Ms. Donim as Mystic Elise. You know, I was wondering about that, actually. I was, like, she does call her Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. Oh, we address all our visitors as mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. You're making that up. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. Is she? How do you know that? Can you say for sure that she's older than you? Because, like, if we look in our court record, her age is question mark, question mark. So, how do you know? How can you say she's older than you? Time for Psyche Locks. Seems Ms. Elise Donim was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's pearls. She was with Ms. Donem on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Yeah, how about Pearl? Why did pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. The, screen blinking out like that is, really, really good. Really, such a simple and effective effect to be this guy is, seriously ill right now. He should be in bed. His body is screaming at him to close his eyes and sleep. Yeah. Pearls. She was with Ms. Donem on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know? I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Boy. Oh boy. Do we have anything to present? The sphere? This crystal sphere. It's not from a demon warding hood, but I would guess it serves a similar purpose. If it's not from a hood, then I guess it really is from Ms. Donem's staff. Look at the blood on it. Oh, poor Mystic Elise. Hey, look at this. Honestly, it's like the end of the world. It's not a good thing, that's for sure. To think people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art. This is literally really good art. If they wanted to make it look bad, they did a bad job making it look bad. Come on. If this is supposed to look bad, they did a really bad job of making it look bad. Huh? That's the sort of standard you need for the arts these days. I could be a pop diva. Okay, so you're the person who goes to the art museum and looks at a Rothko and is like, I could do that. Okay. Sure. But what about the contents of the picture? What do you make of that? It's definitely the end of the world. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else worth presenting here. What did you think of Edgeworth? You must be very happy to have such a fine mentor. Hey now, hold on. There's a lot to unpack. Mentor? No, he's just a friend, and also we were rivals for a while. Oh, you naughty devil. Always the joker, aren't you? Ho ho ho. Just friends, you say. I see through you. He seemed like a lovely young man, like the kind you can always count on. Yeah. It's kind of depressing how much faith she has in him. Well, I mean, you certainly could count on him in this case. You have anything to say about her? You certainly have some unusual friends, don't you, Mr. Wright? Oh, friends? That fancy pansy. You calling Larry a pansy? I don't know if you can say that. That fancy pansy painter is one thing, but whipping the judge is just bad form. Well, do you think you could go drill that into her head for me? Please? What a disgraceful young man. Finally seen through him, huh? How could he sit there and claim he really saw what he drew in that picture? Although the portrait he did of me was rather flattering, I must say. Still, it's not like Larry to make something up that might get a woman he likes in trouble. There's more to that sketch of his than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. I don't know, man. Is there anything else? Oh, the courtyard. Let's go to the courtyard. I'm gonna wrap up stream soon. I'm getting tired, and we are about to hit the 2-hour mark, which is generally what I aim for on these Ace Attorney streams. I try to go for about 2 hours. So I will wrap up soon, but let's have a look at the courtyard. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. Hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. Let's examine. Let's look at this statue, or the sword, okay. The Shichishito, it's there in Mystic Ami's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. And that's all we have to say about that, okay. Step ladder. Main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. Difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Ms. Donim was pushed from the top of the wall? Sure seems that way. Building up there is the main hall. It was where we were staying. It's kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Donim was staying in the corner room. Guess that's where she was pushed from that night. They get quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun. Tools for getting around. But the sled... now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. Good for her. Good for her. There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around in this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now, since Iris can't be here. The staff. Ms. Donim's staff. Definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. Guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? What was it doing indeed? What's this, like, cave behind the statue anyway? What's the deal with that? Lanterns. Is there anything else here? Doesn't seem like it. Like, doesn't seem like there's anything. Huh. Oh. Okay, hey? What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keep her nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished your... The bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. Okay. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? Couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah, but that's not what I mean. Everyone is here. It's been a while, Scruffy. It's... Ms. Von Karma. Sister, please, leave the investigation to me. My. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to. As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Oh, that hurts, you know. Silence. I, Franziska von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? Okay. Yeah, we don't have anything else to talk about, huh? Okay, well, I want to go see what's happening across the bridge. But I also want to wrap up my stream, so... Oh, This is very challenging because I am getting tired, but I really want to see what happens when we get across that damn bridge. We've been waiting for this. We have been waiting for this. You know what? We're saving it now. We're leaving it on a cliffhanger. We are leaving on a cliffhanger, and we will find out what happens next week. No, I just want to go to the title screen. I'm pressing all the damn buttons, all the wrong buttons. Yeah, okay, I'm tired. And we will cross the bridge next week. I should be streaming next week. I don't really know exactly what my plans are for next week. Wednesday is my birthday. I'm like, I kind of want to do something different for a birthday stream. But maybe I'll just forget about that and just continue playing this because, you know, like, I don't want to leave it on a cliffhanger and then next week be like, never mind, we're not doing Ace Attorney. Yeah, and then I don't think I'm going to be streaming on the next 2 weeks after next. So like 21st, I will be streaming. 28th and December 5th, I don't think I'm going to be streaming on either of those days. So I will plan to continue this next Thursday. I think that's fair. I'm like, maybe I could do another, like a second stream that week, so I can do like something for my birthday. Probably not on the actual day of my birthday, but like the day before, the day after. I don't know, I'll figure it out. And as always, I will be posting stream announcements on my social media. Go to my website. Oh, why do I have caps lock on? Go to my website, ray.cool. It just redirects to a card page, which just has a bunch of my links. I actually just updated it because I'm kind of phasing out my Twitter presence and moving over to Blue Sky along with the rest of the world. So follow me on Blue Sky. I did officially announce today on Twitter that I will no longer be putting my stream announcements on Twitter because, you know, I put my stream announcements, I post them on Tumblr and on my Discord server, and now also on Blue Sky. So if I continued putting them on Twitter, that would be 4 places where I would have to put my stream announcements, and that's too many. So I'm keeping it to 3, and those 3 are Blue Sky, Tumblr, and Discord. So if you follow me on Tumblr, follow me on Blue Sky, or join my Discord server, at least one of those, you will get my stream updates. So, I'll let you know what I'm doing next week. I will plan to stream on Thursday. Maybe I will stream an additional day. I might do an Ace Attorney stream outside of the usual time slot, depending on how things work out. Or, you know, it might just be same thing, same time, next Thursday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Next week is a little unusual because it's my birthday. Yeah, and then the week after that, I've got stuff going on, and the week after that, I've got stuff going on. So, I'm gonna miss a couple weeks. And then it's gonna be December, so who even knows what's gonna happen in December? December's a crazy month. We're getting into a crazy time of year, in my life especially, because I have my birthday on November 20th, and then we get into the Christmas season immediately. So, all of that to say, I'm not going to be streaming every Thursday for the next month or so, but I will stream more or less whenever I can on Thursdays, because I've been sticking to this time slot more often than not, and I like it. I like streaming consistently and having a scheduled time to stream, so all of that to say, just follow my Tumblr and/or Blue Sky and/or join my Discord server so that you can stay in the loop on when I'm going to be streaming. But it's gonna be like more or less every Thursday, except the 28th and the 5th I'm not gonna stream, and then probably around the Christmas season later in December I'm not gonna stream, but we'll get there when we get there. Next week I will be streaming at least once, maybe twice, we will see. So yeah. So Ace Attorney. I like this game. I say this every time, but ooh, what's gonna happen next? We get to hang out with Francisca, that's fun. Sad that Edgeworth is gone now. I had such a good time playing as him. I'm just you know, I am planning to get the new Investigations remasters after this and play those. Part of me was kind of like, oh, maybe I'll finish this game in time for my birthday, and then I'll buy the Investigations games as a birthday present for myself and play those, but obviously it's gonna be a little while longer before I finish this game. But yeah, I am planning to pick up the Investigations duology once I'm done with this, so I'm looking forward to that. But again, we'll get there when we get there. And that was the stream for today. That's all That's all there is. That's all I have to say, I think. My brain is frying. My brain is flying. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Shout out to anyone who may be watching this VOD on YouTube in the future. What's up? And of course, shout out to anyone who is watching live right now. I hope you're having a good night, and I hope you continue to have a good night. And yeah. I'll see you next time, okay? Okay, good night and goodbye.